Hello everyone, thanks for visiting the channel again. In the last video, I introduced you to what I like to call the peace muscle. In this video, I want to show you ways in which you can stimulate and train the muscle. It's not like in the normal gym, you work to your full capacity and it's incredibly demanding. Sometimes I feel like I'm going to be sick, I just don't want to be there. When I'm really working hard, I'm not looking forward to doing any set because I know it's going to be painful. Now, the reward for me after training is once all the training is done and I go home and I stand in front of the mirror. Shoulders look broad, chest big. That's the reward for me. It's afterwards. But you see, once you train your peace muscle, while you're training your peace muscle, it's instant gratification. It feels good because remember, you've decided to leave your thinking mind and access your visual mind, which is what? If you've been watching my other videos, you know that the visual mind is peaceful because you're alert, you're watchful, you're awake. Completely different. I want to introduce you to a new way of looking at your visual mind. I was thinking about this recently. You see, up until now, especially if you're not aware of the Mental Vigilist channel or you haven't read certain books that teach you about your mind, up until now, you've been walking through life, and let's just pretend, and you've had earphones in. And what you're listening to is the King of Spin, your greatest enemy, talking nonsense to you, reminding you of all your problems, the worst things that's happened to you back in your past. Also, you've been wearing, and remember, just pretend, you've been wearing dark glasses. Now, one of the lenses is actually a movie screen. And what you're seeing is all, again, your past problems, or you're projecting yourself into the future and imagining things that are gonna go wrong. That's the new analogy. So now let's talk about some of the ways you can actually stimulate the peace muscle. One of the things I love to do is walk. So I'll get up in the morning, especially if it's not a gym day. If it's a gym day, I'll go gym, and then after gym, I'll go for a walk. So on my walk, this is what I'm doing. I'm deliberately focused and want to access my visual mind. So while I'm walking down the street, for example, I'll be feeling the breeze hit me. I love it. This hidden force that you can't see is hitting me, and it's amazing. I'll be feeling I've mentioned this before, I feel my footsteps as I'm walking, because all this is doing is keeping me firmly attached to my visual mind. I'll be listening. It could be just the traffic going by. I'll focus on the traffic. It could be birds singing. If it's birds singing, I'm really going to focus because the sound of birds is just beautiful if you listen to it. Also, I'm looking out for nature. Whereas I'm walking past people's gardens and looking at their flower displays, the different colors of the leaves on trees, whether they're green, purple, yellow and green. There's just beauty everywhere. You know, and I try if possible, like I'm lucky where I am, I've got a nice little forest within about 5-10 minutes walk away. Just lovely spots where I can walk, and I'm sure you've got that where you live too. So that's one way, walking, absolutely amazing. Where another benefit obviously from walking is exercise. Just Google walking, Google the benefit. You know, I like to tell you about Google the benefits of walking. You'd want to walk. Another way, whilst you're driving, there's always things to see while you're driving. I've been driving in London now for almost 30 years. I've been driving, and Once you start to access your visual mind, you'll notice where you live is beautiful. Test yourself, play games. I used to play a game where I'd always be looking for life, nature. What do I mean? I mean like just plants. I could be driving through a tunnel and just poking out of the bricks, you'll see a plant growing. So again, because I'm aware and I'm looking for it, what am I doing? I've accessed my visual mind. It's as simple as that. In London, another example about London, especially in the summer, there's flowers everywhere. Beds of flowers they put out, displays. Outside buildings, even pubs, there's flowers just everywhere. But unless you're accessing your visual mind, you're not going to see it because you're wearing your glasses and you got your earphones in. You're not awake. One of my favorite films, The Matrix. In fact, I'm going to do a video where I'm going to suggest you watch certain films that's talking about what we're talking about, trying to awaken into the real world from our thinking minds into the visual mind. But Matrix now. Remember when Neo was unplugged by Morpheus from the Matrix? What's the first thing he said when he woke up? He started rubbing his eyes. He said, "Why do my eyes hurt?" And what did Morpheus say to him? "Because you have never used them before." And it's because he was plugged into the Matrix. He was sleeping. He wasn't using his eyes and his ears. He was asleep. Morpheus is it's either the Roman or the Greek god of dreams. And remember, he was the one waking them up out of their sleep. He unplugged all of them. If you haven't seen the film Matrix, don't walk, run. Incredible film. Another thing, the sky. It's simple. It's so simple. You probably haven't thought of it. Start looking at the sky. You will be amazed. It's like looking into another world. Absolutely. The amount of different colors. People think we have to go on holiday to see beautiful sunsets. No, they're here in London too, or wherever you live. Start looking at the sky. When I first awakened into my visual mind, I used to carry a camera with me every day in the car. And I'll just start taking pictures of the sky. From this window here, I've captured some amazing pictures of the sky. All different colors, blue and gold, yellow, blue and pink sky. Some incredible sunsets. Absolutely incredible sunsets. And that goes for all of us. What else? Start challenging yourself to see how long you can remain in your visual mind. It could be just walking from one room to another. Right now, this is my front room. When I first started, I'll challenge myself and say, hey, let me see if I can get to my bedroom without falling asleep. It sounds silly because it's like, what? 4 seconds, 5 seconds to get to the bedroom? But there was times where just between here and the bedroom, my mind would have pulled me into something else. And it might be 10 minutes, an hour late, and then I remembered, weren't I supposed to be just walking to the bedroom to see if I could remain vigilant? Didn't work. If you've got a shop nearby, challenge yourself to leave your home and get to the shop, remaining visual. Just being completely aware of where you are without thinking the usual, allowing your thinking mind to trap you. You could be cooking. Challenge yourself just to maybe peel and chop an onion without forgetting yourself. Cutting tomato, no matter what it is, just try little things. Start with small things. That's why I said walk to the bedroom, because that's 5 seconds. See if you can have if you want to make it a bit tougher, see if you can have a complete shower without falling asleep back into the thinking mind. Just those little things. Every single moment of the day, as I've said before, is a chance to practice being vigilant. The more you practice, the better you'll get at it. And again, instant gratification. As soon as you start to practice, you're going to feel better. The only time you're going to be feeling stressed is going to be down to what you're thinking about. So if you allow yourself just to be on autopilot and stay in your thinking mind, that's where the problems are. Start accessing the visual mind and go to that peaceful zone. Simple. So that's it for this video. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.